right here. It's all right here. It looks like this. Did you see what it was? Did you see the title? Maybe you caught the title. I don't know. Dear Weirdos, this is a general update from me in which we'll cover 3 exciting topics. First, broadly what to expect from me in 2025. Number 2, and most exciting to me personally, a second movie project I have very early in the works. So if you're an investor interested in funding a movie written and directed by me, you might skip to 2.5 minutes into the video. And last but not least, my first ever FAQ, where I'll answer the top 5 questions I've gotten from all of you over the last year. It is with great pleasure and relief that I come before you today to report some positive updates after a couple of years have been very difficult in my personal life, especially last year. The whole production and creative world was impacted by writer's strikes last year. Everything came to a screeching halt. Even Tom Cruise couldn't get Mission Impossible 8 finished in time. They had to delay it an entire year. So little old me was even that much more impacted, but I feel so privileged that so many of you banded together and booked consultation sessions with me virtually through Google Meet. That literally kept me afloat last year in a very scary time. And so many people I know in the industry were not so fortunate. And so I just want to thank you first and foremost for supporting me last year through that. I met with hundreds and hundreds of you last year through Google Meets that you booked. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today we're here to talk about a couple of updates about 2 movies I'm currently working on. That's right, you heard correctly. I'm not working on just one movie. Many of you know Hold the Fort, which I'm starring in and producing, directed by William Bagley, an Atlanta production that is starting to be submitting to festivals now. We have 1 VFX shot left to finish, is the latest news I heard. And the latest cut I've seen of the movie is so much fun. I can't wait for you guys to see it. That is going to festivals this year. We are beginning to submit. So hopefully some of you will be able to come join us at the festivals. I will keep you updated on that, probably here and on the community tab of my YouTube channel. That's the best place to get updates for that. I also post sometimes on X, formerly Twitter, but that is, I'm not very active on social media, as many of you know. I don't really post much. But you did hear me correctly. There is a second movie project in the works, and it's sitting right here on this table. Yes, I have finished a screenplay that I wrote myself, and I will be directing. This is something that I have been working on for years in my head, trying to figure out how to make it work, because it's a very ambitious concept, and I've literally spent the last 5 years trying to figure out how to make this work, and it's right here. It's all right here. It looks like this. Did you see what it was? Did you see the title? Maybe you caught the title. This is going to be a very, very fun ride, especially if you're a follower of this channel. This is an action comedy script, a thriller. It's a thriller comedy, really. It's a little spooky, but it's something the whole family can enjoy. It's a little edgy, but it's something the whole family can enjoy. And we have 1 star attached, whose name you will definitely know. And we're waiting to hear back from a couple of others. So hopefully we get a few of these stars we're after attached to the project, and then we're off to the races with funding, and we're in production end of this year. So that's the hope. So if you are a financier looking to invest in a film project written and directed by me, reach out to us at admin@juliansmith.tv. And please, I ask kindly, provide some information that proves you're not just a troll so that we're not spinning our wheels. Thank you very much. It feels so good to have this finished, and there's so much happening so fast. I've got my production partner secured media team in Atlanta, Georgia, Tim Rice's company. Tim Rice produced Hold the Fort. It was his company that made the whole production happen. And so Papertown, my company, will be collaborating with media team, and I'm so excited to bring this to you guys and hopefully shoot it end of this year. So I can't say much more than that, but I did want to give you guys some kind of positive update after last year, which many of you know I was going through a lot. So good things are happening quickly. I couldn't be more excited. But we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone for this video, because in meeting with hundreds of you booked sessions with me, as I mentioned, over Google Meet last year. In meeting with you, I realized there were a handful of questions coming up over and over again. So I've got a short list of my top 5 most asked questions from this last year that I thought were clear, but apparently they're not, because you keep asking. So here's some answers to some common questions I'm getting lately in these virtual meetings. Number one, why did you stop making YouTube videos? Well, I thought I'd been kind of clear about this. YouTube has really dramatically changed over the years in what kind of content they're looking for. There was once a time where a very small window of time where a channel like mine could get by just posting once a month and still attract a lot of viewers. But now YouTube is algorithmically curated. It's not hand curated anymore by humans like it once was. So you're really kind of looking to please the algorithms with your output and how much you're outputting. And it's just so hard for me to produce things at the level that my channel is known for on a consistent basis these days. So I'm not too focused on YouTube as a platform. When I release here now, it's really just because I've got an idea that I think would be fun to share with you guys, but a lot goes into that, and so it's not a great use of my time. It's not a practical use of my time on the regular. Number two, how did I get into YouTube? Well, my background is in production. I've been working in the production and creative world since I was 15. By my mid-teens, I had become known around Nashville as a kid who could get stuff done pretty cheaply. And so by the time I was 19 or 20, I had developed a pretty steady roster of freelance clients. And then one day, somebody sent me a video made by Mitchell Davis. Some of you know him by Live Lava Live, one of the OG YouTube vloggers. And I just was amazed that this guy in his bedroom on a webcam was getting hundreds of thousands of views from strangers all around the internet. I became intrigued because I was spending all my free time making goofy videos with my friends, and I was like, maybe YouTube could be a cool place to post these. So I committed to releasing one sketch a week for a year. And by the end of that year, YouTube was paying all my bills. But production and creative work has been a consistent part of my business, my focus, my career, all throughout and before my time on YouTube. So that's how I got into YouTube. Number three, what is your creative process? This is not something that's easy to distill into an answer on a short video like this, but I will say, because this question comes up so often in consultations, that one question I'm always asking myself, no matter what I'm making, whether it's a song or a commercial or a goofy comedy sketch for YouTube, is what's the problem? Where's the narrative tension, in other words? There's got to be some kind of problem that the video solves for or explores that gives the viewer or the listener a reason to pay attention. Otherwise, there's nothing interesting about it. There's no lesson learned. There's no progress. There's nothing happening. So a good problem is essential to whatever it is you're making. Number four, what are you currently working on? I'm always looking for freelance work. That's what pays my bills and feeds my family. On the personal side, hold the fort and getting this produced. I also work on music in my free time. I love making music for my B-Story side project, but it's very much a side project. I don't devote a lot of time to it. That's why B-Story releases are so few and far between. But we are going to get caught up on. There's still some B-Story music slowly in the works that needs to come out, and all that's happened the last couple of years has delayed all of that. And while I'm on this one, I'm thinking of AV Club members who've been wondering what the heck is going on. I've had payments on the platform paused for over a year. We will get caught back up on that, and I hope to have some perks to make it up to you guys for how long it's been waiting for updates. Hopefully some perks with this thing. Once we have it produced, there will be some things in that for you for patiently waiting. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me. I'm sorry everything's paused. We will get caught up, I promise. And number five, last but not least, this question comes up more often than I ever imagined it would in consultation sessions. Are you and Jeffery Dallas different people? This is hotly debated, of course, across the internet. I've seen this hotly debated, which is hilarious to me because, as many of you know, Jeffery is my cousin. And he has he's played a prominent role in the story that has unfolded on my YouTube channel over the last, how long has it been? 15 years since I've been posting on YouTube. Everybody here knows Jeffery, but are we the same person? I'm hesitant to answer this because It's so hotly debated. It's too much fun to watch. So I can't satisfy this with a yes or a no, but it's in my top 5 questions, so I had to acknowledge it. This is the same answer I give everybody. I just like watching people try to figure it out. Are we the same person? How could that be if he's my cousin? I don't know. So that's about it for today. I just wanted to make a little update after last year and all that went on, and to ultimately thank all of you who booked sessions with me. Those literally kept me afloat and kept my family eating last year during a very, very scary time in the production world. So I can't thank you enough, and I had so much fun doing it that I'm actually gonna lower my prices a little bit, because it's the easiest consultation work I do. Doing it from home and getting to meet with so many of you who've supported this channel over the last almost 2 decades has just been so much fun. So I can't do it for free because it takes my time, but I am gonna lower my rates a little bit to make it more accessible on the regular, so that if you haven't booked a session, you can do so. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for fueling these 5 frequently most asked questions, and stay tuned very soon for What the Heck Is This? And updates on Hold the Fort. I made this for you!